Well, Jack, you're not the only one who's having a lot of disputes this week. There's the lady that we all have been. I mean, I've been fascinated with this saga. Her name is Kellen. Is it Kellen or Helen? Kellen.
I think it's Kellen Heller.
I think it's Kellen Hennyford. She's the lady who claims that she was denied service for being gay.
My femme presenting ass.
Her femme presenting ass
denied service for appearing gay.
This is the tweet. This is the post verbatim. Breaking my Twitter silence to let you all know my femme presenting ass was denied service at a bar in Manhattan because I was visibly gay. I'm safe. I'm fine. But if it's happening to me in New York fucking city, it's happening everywhere. Your queer friends need your solidarity. Maybe we just break this down line by line. But
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this, Kellen. I'll do it again, bitch. Come to my restaurant again. I'm kicking your gay ass out. Okay.
First of all, if she's a femme presenting lesbian, I see that's the first issue I'm going to point out that I see. I just see
that
like
she's a lesbian.
Yeah, that's not visibly gay.
Exactly. And I don't mean to sound rude, but because there can be lipstick lesbians, there can be femme presenting lesbians, but
yeah, but they're not like they're not walking around here wiping grease off their brows with a rag.
You think visibly gay woman, cis woman? What does that look like when you close your eyes?
Annoying is one thing. She looks visibly incredibly annoying. We've seen the pictures of her, but
she's just wearing a dress in that picture. Like, what is she?
No one could have known anything. They discriminated against her fairly for being annoying. It had nothing to do with her being gay. Bartenders reserve the right to discriminate against anyone who is annoying, and
she's
it doesn't have to do with their ethnicity.
Saying that she deserves to be served. That's a hot take. I think the most annoying part of it to me is the I'm safe, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm safe, I'm fine is really funny.
Like what? It kind of implies that you're going to like self-harm because you couldn't
kill
get
myself
like
because I couldn't,
because you couldn't
I'm
get
so
happy
addicted to
hour oysters.
alcohol and I needed it.
I mean, that's even crazier.
I'm safe,
if
I'm
you're
fine.
so addicted.
I'm safe, I'm fine. I was able to get my fix.
And then she replied to this. It was a thread. I don't have verbatim the follow-up tweet because she has since deleted her account due to some damning allegations. Some really swift blows to her credibility here. But she mentioned that she was like with her quote unquote butch friend. And in the picture, it was again just another, I guess maybe more masculine looking woman, but very normal looking. Not someone who would be on the receiving end of a anti-gay crime or discrimination, I would say. But
she literally looks like Luann.
It's so funny to tell your friend like not get served at a bar because you're annoying, and then to look at your friend and be like, they probably think we're lesbians and we love to kiss each other. That's why they hate us.
Well, I was thinking like, imagine you go to like happy hour with Kellen and she's like, let's take a selfie. And you're like, okay, selfie time. And then you sit down and you're like, oh, are you posting it? And she's like, oh, I'm talking about how we're getting denied service because you're a huge fucking dyke. You're a huge fucking bald dyke. It's too much to be served. It's like, what the fuck? And in the picture, they look totally happy. She has queer tattooed on her thigh, like above her knee.
On her forehead, like the Joker.
yeah. Gay as hell. But I mean, what do we think? Do we think this actually happened?
No, I don't think it actually happened.
You think she's just fully lying?
I say believe women actually. So yeah, it actually did happen.
I think she's lying.
I think it happened. And I think that it's horrible what happened to her. And I do think that your queer friends need you more now than ever. So if you're Kellen's friend,
her friends definitely need to reach out to her. Yes. She's not doing well.
Like a real gay person is having like a crisis, and the one friend they share is like, sorry, I'm helping Kellen right now. She's really going through it right now.
Well, what was also in question was what establishment in particular it was. in Manhattan. I know you saw some references to it being bar belly, which
that might have been a joke. I'm not sure because that
I
would
don't know
really
why
funny.
it would have been a joke because it's not that obvious of a place to be like. It's not like a meme place. It's not that popular.
It's Applebee's high-end standalone restaurant. Applebee's.
Margaritaville.
It happened at the Applebee's in Times Square. But the people who work there, it's like it's a gay restaurant.
Does Times Square still count as Manhattan?
Yes, that is in Manhattan.
Yeah.
If this happened, it was definitely a gay person who was a bitch to her because she looked annoying. Like 1,000%. You cannot go to a single bar and not have there be at least like 5 gay guys working there. Like for real.
Who look you up and down and go, ew.
Yes.
That was such a convincing gay person.
I think even if a restaurant did want to discriminate against gay people in New York City, they'd have a very difficult time doing it because they would have to not hire any gay people first. And that seems like almost impossible. Yeah.
Unless it was like an all straight person restaurant. And I'm imagining, like, what if it's like the salty spittoon from SpongeBob, where it's like all tough guys.
Yeah.
And they kicked her out for being a woman, but she didn't understand that. So she was like, they kicked me out for being visibly gay.
It's like, we don't hate you because you're gay. We just hate you because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. She could have
and then everyone would go home.
But it later came out that she it was so funny because Twitter does that. Community members have said, or like user reports,
community notes,
whatever. Yeah, community notes. There was a community note addendum to her post that was like, people have noted that this woman is in a heterosexual relationship with a man. She is married to a man.
Marriage. Yeah.
So funny. What is it with? I mean, this is very like.
Did she ever reply to that specific?
No, she broke her Twitter silence and she went right back to keeping her Twitter silence. There was I was expecting some follow up, some reply, some kind of trying to manage the crisis of every gay person on Twitter making fun of her. But she blank. And then deleted. She's not even.
It was kind of disappointing.
This is a crazy internalized homophobia thing where a fucking straight cis woman thinks that she's being bigoted against, and then suddenly is looking at her and herself and her friend group as gay people when she basically is just some straight woman who's probably experimented once and was only brave enough to be that kind of gay person once in her life. And now she stutters at the idea of having to do it again because it's impossible for her to exist out of her little.
That's quite the diagnosis. I think when it comes to this specific kind of like white woman, like overeducated, really trying to be oppressed, they fall into 2 categories, especially when they start vocally calling themselves queer, calling themselves victims of homophobia or whatever, discrimination might exist. They always have kind of caveats that allow them to maintain the identity in which they could be targeted as such. And it's always she, they, or bi. But it's always she, they with the husband and bi with the husband. It's almost an exclusive phenomenon among this identity group. And I don't know what it is. It got
crazy with pandemic for a while. Yeah. It really exacerbated this because there were like, do you remember the article that was like, why my my husband gave me a queer haircut and how it helped me come out of my shell.
It's funny you mentioned pandemic because I went back on the Wayback Machine, just wondering
what's the Wayback Machine?
It's an internet archive. Wondering what beautiful thoughts Kellen's mind. Also, the name Kellen. First of all, you've got one of these like new American names.
This might be a bit.
It just feels like one. Okay, so during pandemic, she is fully real though. She's like a PhD. She's a completely real person. During pandemic, she made a post. The iconic pink triangle activist leather coat thing. It's like if I if I die of AIDS or HIV, lay my body at the steps of the FDA.
The Capitol building or whatever. Yeah.
I was like, I don't want a burial. Throw me at the president or whatever they said.
Yeah.
She did the same setup. She did the same little like quote, but she was making it about masking. Like during the pandemic.
Yeah.
She was like, if I die of COVID, throw my lesbian body at Donald Trump's forehead.
Throw my gay ass dyke ass.
Throw my femme presenting
body.
ass.
My butch cunt dyke body.
And it's just like, my disgusting lesbian rotting corpse. I want it thrown at the freaking president.
Unless it's Biden, vote blue no matter who.
Yeah. So it seems like she's got a years long fixation with kind of being the most oppressed lesbian in the room. The COVID one is crazy to just make the parallel between AIDS, HIV. And
wasn't she also wearing a mask in the pictures that she took in the bar?
I'm sure she is so like N95 behavior. Yeah. 1000%. It's honestly,
that's probably why you didn't get served. Honestly, annoying.
Yeah, there's so many reasons why she probably wasn't served.
Why do you think I'm gross? Is that why you're wearing that mask? The gay guy bartender was probably thinking that.
Wait, are you trying to fuck me? You trying to give me HIV?
Oh my god!
She got kicked out for being homophobic. No, but we got some messages. I do have to be careful here. Because I cannot, leave any
divulge too much
breadcrumbs to who this informant may be.
Oh my God, it's Chelsea Manning.
It's not Chelsea Manning. Someone told us that she has actually not only been married once to a man, she's been married twice to a man. And the first divorce happened because she told her first husband that she was gay and couldn't be with a man anymore.
Yes.
And then married a man.
Wait. Maybe that is kind of a gay thing to do, though, is to get a divorce because you're gay and then just get married with another man.
This person left us a call.
No.
I feel like when women become lesbians and they break out of a marriage with a man, they go full like crazy lesbian, like never have sex with a man again.
God, that poor first husband, because she was like, "Isn't this great that I'm discovering this about myself?"
And just like that, I was gay.
Yeah, and just like that,
just like that, my femme presenting lesbian ass got a second husband.
My lesbian ass got
my lesbian ass.
My lesbian ass got hitched.
I wish Hessa had been awake.